I pressed go live. Hold on. Right there, Hi. Hi, Barry. Hiya, Monty. Hiya, Freedom. Hiya, Trap. Hiya, Glenn. Hiya, Hines. Hiya, Rich T. Hiya, everybody. Hi. Oh, just been freezing cold. I'm full of cold. Oh, it's awful. Oh, I think I've pinned the wrong one. There we go. Oh, that pin. Is that right? Is it pinned? I can't unpin message. Oh, Freedom, where have you gone? Oh, Freedom. Freedom, I meant to. Oh, bloody hell. Oh. Freedom, I think I've hit the wrong button. Oh. Freedom, are you still there? Stay, I've been trying to get hold of you. If you can give us a ring later. Hi, official topic talk. Are you Trap Mafia? Hi. Freedom. Freedom. Are you there? Racing lady asked Freedom to write that message. I'm really sorry. But I've deleted him by accident. But I didn't know what I was doing. Oh dear. Freedom come, freedom go. Freedom come, freedom go. Freedom, I don't know what I've done. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Freedom, can you still speak? Alexander. Right. Freedom, can you still speak? I don't know what I've done to you. Hello, Freedom. Freedom. Oh. I'm so full of cold. It's terrible. Freedom. Oh, dear. Freedom. Come back. Racing lady is Freedom there. Tell him I've pressed the wrong button by mistake. Oh, dear. Dear. I've timed him out. Oh, no way. Freedom, where? No, remove. Hold on, hide use on this channel. Put use in timeout. It's not saying that. How long has it been timed out for? Freaking hell, my eyesight's terrible. I ended up pinning Barry's message. Oh, dear. Oh, stupid. Totally stupid. Oh, dear. Right, racing lady, how long have I timed him out for? Because I shouldn't have. 300 seconds. I'm really sorry, Freedom. I ended up getting confused with well, I don't know what I did. So I really don't. I went to pin your message. I ended up pinning Barry's message. So look. Oh. I'm not showing my face because I've just had Botox. I look like I've had measles. I look like I've got measles. Hold on. I don't know what I've done with it. I've got rid of. I've timed Freedom out by accident, but I never meant to. Brian. I've timed Freedom out by accident. Look at that. It looks like I've got measles. Oh, sorry, Freedom. I'm really, really sorry, Freedom. I've timed Freedom out by accident. I've timed him out. Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. How do I do it?
Well, I don't know how to reverse it. I didn't touch anything. My eyes are terrible out of Brian.
Yeah, idiot.
Idiot,
guys, isn't she? Freedom, one of the best people on the planet.
I know.
I believe you.
Yeah, but I never meant to do it. I ended up pinning Barry's message instead of Freedom's.
You should have left it.
Tell you what, I bought the pup as well. That's my eyesight as well. I thought the pup was going to fit.
It's going to fit into that. Fucking hell, he's bigger than me, nearly. Imagine me. Looks like fucking tinfoil in the valley. Give us all your money, give us all your books, and I'll rob you.
Has he come back yet?
Oh.
Freedom.
Rich Tea Biscuit
78. Freedom, come back.
Barry Swirls, hello mate. Barry Swirls playing hide the seek, right? Yeah, It's full of cold, mate. Honestly, God. Steve Mac, hope you're okay, mate. Barry Swales. Hi, Emma. Brian, yeah, both good. Pro Freedom. Fucking, I've got no duty. He's got no spanner now. Official Tommy Talk, Steve's on. Trap Mafia, hiya, brother. Hope you're okay. Over the top. Official Tommy Talk, it means that OTT. Over the top, yeah, I know what you mean. That's the film, isn't it? With Stallone. Arm wrestling, good film, that. Fucking hell, you've been talking to each other, haven't you, for a while? Recently, yeah, full of bastard gold again. Can't believe it. Honest to God. I can't even go to the home now. The care home to see my dad because of my eyes. Look at my eyes, are fucking pouring. My nose just been like this. I think she's got a COVID and give me it. Because I don't see anyone see Adley, only when I go to see my dad and that. There's nobody beat the house, Adley. She's been bad. Racing lady, how you love? Are you okay? Official Top Talk, sorry, Alexandra Smith. Hello, Alex. Andra. Steve back there. Listen, Official Top Talk. Emma, laugh out loud. Emma, she's a cunt. 1D16 Val. His message disappeared. You fucking erased, you've erased Freedom. He's disappeared. He's fucking one of the ones who's on every single night. They come hill, come snow, come shine, come bricks through windows, come petrol bombs, come bullets over got some music like that. Fucking little crank, oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Before we start the show, I've got to tell you, I've been busted to tell you all day. I phoned up. Sorry about this, but I was running out of tap. Started last week, didn't it? It's got worse. I want all the vitamins, minerals, every fucking thing. I think because I'm getting the ones 18 now, getting older. Still think I'm fucking 16, me, don't I? It's the best way to be. Think young, you act young. If you act young, it keeps you young. If you think, oh, I'm old, I can't do anything and all that shit, you start feeling sorry for yourself. And you start going down and down and down, your demise, because you get miserable, you get more wrinkles and everything, more grey hair. I'll just see what else is on. Listen, lady, Freedom. See back, Freedom. Listen, lady, Emma, 300 seconds you have timed out Freedom for 300 seconds. That won't happen. I thought I was going to say, Emma, I see the 300. I thought I was going to say, Emma, he's with the 300 Spartans. I see the 3 in the S. I thought I was going to say, Emma, 300 Spartans. Team time now. It's only what? 6, 12, 8, and 24, 30. It's only 5 minutes. Freedom. Oh, I'll do it. I'll stay on for an extra 5 minutes for you, Freedom. Power Freedom. She's fucking mad, yeah. She's just come in. She's absolutely exhausted. She's been getting her hair done for about 5 hours. Fucking women what they go through just to make themselves look nice. I fucking go in the hairdressers. It's done in about 10 minutes. Look, you know, couldn't be bothered. Sat there all day. I phoned her up. She had all this tinfoil. I said, you look like Jamie Boyle's girlfriend. She fucking all these tin things on her fucking hair. All the dye things. I said, come on the show with that tonight. You'd look fucking class. My name is Tinfoil's wife. Fucking hell. All the tinfoil on her hair getting it dyed. I was fucking pissed myself. I said, you look like something fucking off the creature from the Black Lagoon. She was laughing her head off. She was in a maid shop getting it done. So there, 44 on 9 thumbs up. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. This is the good stuff tonight. This is all the violence that everyone wants to hear about, and all the other stuff. You put things, great things on about depression. You put great things on about people getting stabbed and trying to help the community. You get about 30 people watching it. You talk about violence and it fucking goes through the roof. It does, doesn't it? So anyway, so I was born in Scotland in St Alexander's Hospital, just outside Glasgow, called Coatbridge, a little place called Coatbridge. Mad as hearts they are there. So my grandma, we called her Moore in Scotland. So I was only a kid. So there was my mum Mary, there was Auntie Alice, Auntie Margaret, Auntie Anne, and Auntie Rena. That was them 5. Then there was my Uncle Jerry, who's passed away. There was my Auntie Alice, who's passed away. My Auntie Rena, who's passed away. My Auntie Margaret, who's passed away. And there's our aunt, she's still alive. She was the youngest in the family. And our Jerry, Jerry the youngest, I'm sure. And there was our Jerry, John, Frank, Tam, call him Tam, his name's Thomas. In Scotland, to shorten to Tam, T-A-M. And there's our Uncle John, Tam, Frank, Jerry, and Jim. Now, Jim was in the army. My mum had me in Scotland. I was born there, and they moved down from Scotland. So my mum stayed at a friend's house with me. And then she stayed at her nana's, and sorry, she stayed at my nana's best friend's house. I think it was her auntie. It was her auntie's. She stayed there for a bit, and then my nana, the grandma, came down to Middlesbrough. She stayed in Pallister Park for a few months, and then she got a move to. No, so she moved to Doggy. We stayed there for a bit because my mum come down from Scotland. I mean, well, Jim had a big old-fashioned Victorian house in the Middlesbrough or in Doggy, where the market used to be. Now, Jerry was only 5 years older than me, so I used to knock around with him when I was only about 3. And we go to the markets. We used to get oranges and apples and things like that for free. Come back and give them bananas and stuff because they just let you get what you want. They'd be like, a bit bruised and stuff. So we stayed there for a while. And then my mum met me. Stepdad was looked after since I was a kid, and they've got a house on the A19 between Hartlepool and Sunderland. There's the motorway there, the A19. So I went to school there at Wolfston School, a little village. So we lived there for 4 years. Then we moved to Hartlepool. So we moved in a street in Hartlepool called Romaine Park, 13 Romaine Park. Now in that street, it was the best fighters. A lad called Kev Richardson and Teddy Richardson. They were the top boys in the town. In the day, they were a young lad. He was up 15, something like that, 14, about 5 years old, the same age as my Uncle Jerry. And they used to go, get into fights all the time. They used to go to the fairs. On the fair, there used to be a fair every year on the prop fields, big, massive, huge field. And we used to go in there and play guns in there and fighties and all that shite. So them two are good boxers, the box and the Catholic club, with people like Richie Horsley and people like Keno and people like big Stewie Lithgow, who fought Frank Bruno, did 6 rounds, got beaten in the 6th round. And he was working on the beach, he was drinking every day, and he still went 6 rounds with Frank Bruno, because Frank Bruno was going to fight someone that was cancelled. So anyway, there were loads of fights in Hartlepool in the old days. So anyway, there used to be another lad called Frankie. I can't remember his fucking name, second name now, Frankie. And he was a big fucking lump. But he was a bit simple, a bit like fucking him off Heartbeat, another big lad. So he pinched a load of scrap, like I think it was copper and lead. He had a big bag full of it. He was getting over the fence, the copper stopped and said, "Frankie, what's in that bag?" He went, "Rabbits." Rabbits, it was full of fucking scrap and that. So he got it done. He got out of jail and he went in the church. And it was New Year's Eve and he was ringing the bells like fucking Quasimodo. Ringing the bells like this, but he pinched all the wine from the cellar downstairs and he was ringing the bells New Year's Eve and he got nicked again, he got jailed. And then we used to look around with them lot, right? Kevin Nolan, we used to go to the bath, we used to go to the baths, we used to go to the beach, swimming in the sea and everything. So we stayed there for a year or two and then we moved to a bigger house in Westview Road, Hartlepool, just near, there was a bowling alley and it's just past the Hartlepool rugby ground. We stayed there. So my first fight I ever had, not a first fight, I ever fight at school, beat a lad. I used to go with my uncle to take us to Redcar, and Bob Cumber used to teach me karate and kung fu. He used to do all that stuff like kung fu. He was a karate black belt. He showed me this grip where you grab them on your chest like that with the tops. I've used it 1,000 times, grab them, put your leg out and you throw them over your thigh like that and hit them on the floor and you hit them and then punch them in the face. So that was my first thing I learned how to fight off him, and I used to box with my uncle on the pads. So with Alexander Smith, Coatbridge, my grandparents worked for an Italian family in Airdrie. Yeah, it's not farm, mate, is it? It's Lanarkshire, that area it's called. Colin McCree, he was the top rally driver in Britain. He was the best rally driver. He's from that way. I think he got killed in a car crash, if I'm sure. I might be wrong. So anyway, I'm there. Obviously, with me, Uncle Jerry used to come and stay with us. He stayed with my mum because he was like 45 years younger than me. Older than me, sorry. So he was like, "Brother Roger Cook, hope you're well. Thank you very much, Roger. Peter the Box." Loads more coming in. So anyway, there was this kid family across the road, and the mum, my Uncle Jerry used to stay with us, and my auntie Heather, she's from Heather Gray. She's from Redcar, Dormanstown, but when Jerry got with her, she got pregnant and he stayed with her, married her and everything. And he lived in South Bank, not far from Lee Duffy. When I was telling the story before, the Tin Man went, he's pretending he's got an uncle called Jerry who died of cancer. Fucking did have an uncle called Jerry who died of cancer. I used to go to his fucking house on the weekend and stay. And we used to be able to go once a month, you'd go And used to be able to go in South Bank, the people from South Bank will know there was a place down there was a hairdressers, trainee hairdressers. So you used to go in as a guinea pig and you cut your hair, but there was always like two times a top woman there and a top man, a hairdresser and a barber, say, and they would watch them doing your hair, and if they made a mess, they'd fix your hair for you. But it used to cost you nothing. You used to get out of there free. Like, like me, old Bobby, my dad, old Jerry, we all go and get our hair done for nothing. So it was like a five, it was a lot of money them days. So we used to go there with our Jerry and stay for a few days over the weekend, holidays and that, over the holidays and stuff. So anyway, our Jerry's, my dad used to work on the beach and get the sequel. He used to have his own lorry. So you'd drive to the beach, you'd look at the old days Blackhawk, you used to get all the coal and the slag, we call the slag. They would put that and throw that back in the sea, but it had loads of coal stuck to it. It'd break up, fall in the water. It was like get your cart, I think it was called. Where Michael Caine was in that film. That was where it was. That's where we were just before there. So the old mines used to throw all the old slag out, get the coal, and throw the slag out. But the slag would have coal stuck to it, so it would fall in the sea, and we'd have sea coal as well in the sea from thousands of years. So bad. Anyway, so the sea that's going out and they're dumping it. You can see it dumping all the stuff in the film, all the black coal. So what happened is, in about the late 60s, I think it was, 70s, the lad started coming through, a lad called Alan Purvis. He's a multi-millionaire now, and the Wilkies, they decided to get coal yards. So what would it been in the industrial area, that there, in Middlesbrough, they would get the coal. So the lad would go on the beach, and then my dad would know exactly where it's going to land. And he'd have the old Bedford trucks from the 1940s, from the war. He'd get one of them, and he'd rent that off Alan Purvis. And he'd rent it off him, and he would get two lads working with him, and he'd pay their wages, and he'd make himself. Sometimes he'd make £400, £600 a week. It was that much money in the coal. So the British Steel, it was the Steely, would smelt stuff, melt it down, and they would use the coal off the beach. So they would look in and say, it's going to land there. And my dad would say, we'd go on the lorry and that and wait. And then you get these markers. You get a rake, but it wasn't a rake like that before, it was just flat. So it was like that, so you could scrape the coal, scrape it, make it in a big mound, and you'd shovel it and throw it in the back of the spades weren't like, spades were like aluminium, so they were lighter to hold. You'd stick it in there, but there were big pan ones like that, big thick ones, so you'd get loads of coal on, probably two times as big as a spade, maybe three, and you throw it in the back, so it saved you. One shovel would be like 3 spades shovels, so it saved you time. So you'd mark it out with the marking, so you'd put your rake in, and you'd put your other rake, and your shovels you'd stick in. So you'd sit, you have to wait 2 hours looking for the coal to come, so then the coal starts coming, and it'd wave on the crust, on the waves, the crust of the tide, it would sit on that, then go, go back in, go back out, go back in. In the end, it would just fall, because the water would go further, recede, and then the coal would be all over, just tiny little bits like sand, little bits of gravel that you get on the gravel path, and you'd rake it all up. Rake it was fucking hard work, especially in the winter. Your hands would be fucking stuck to the shovel. You have to wear rubber gloves. A lot of the lads used to wear tights, 2 pair of tights, stockings or tights. When a lot of fishermen do it, and they wear tights just to stop them getting cold. Loads and loads, all the coalmen used to wear them. So we used to get the coal, and then you would load it up, and the maximum you can get on the truck is 10 ton. 10 ton of coal. We got 50 ton in one night, about 15, 16 hours on the beach one night. Me and my dad, and a lad called Gilly, and a lad called Jimmy from around the corner. Gilly's knackered with his back now with all that coal. So what we used to do is we used to go to the yard. So you go in the yard and you go on like a big weigh thing like this, but the truck would fit on it. So the truck would weigh, say, I don't know, 5 ton or whatever. And you drive in at, say, 15 ton, knows that for a fact that you have to get out, obviously, the weight is. You stand there, and then at, say 15 ton, it means you've got 10 ton of coal on the back. So you get that in, and then you just drive it in, you reverse up, lift it up like that, it goes like that, and it would just all fall off the back. And then you jerk forward and back like that until the coal come off. Then you go back out and get a chitty off them. 10 ton, you've got a chitty. That's to show you've got it. And you'd write it down in the coal yard. Then you go back to the beach. But one would stay at the beach for the markers, where the others would go back with the truck. Because if you went back, they'd pinch your coal. You couldn't do nothing because you have to be there to manage it. There'd be loads of fist fights. I've seen loads over the coal. Like you say, you're making fucking 600 pounds a week. And it's all in your hand. People on the door when you do it. My dad was doing it, he got caught. He got caught and said, you went on, you have to come in. Some grassing called Mike Boyle. Grassed him up and he went in anyway, he went in. And went, no, I have been on the beach, they went here. And they had all pictures, and all black and white pictures. He's on the beach like that, my dad with a scarf around his neck. That's you there, you can see he's still got the same scarf on when he went in. So he got nicked. He had the fucking, he couldn't claim dole for about 5-6 months. He got a job in the Chris factory, poor cunt. God bless him, he's still back. I can't even go and see him, I'm full of fucking cold. Don't know if it's COVID or flu. Can't mean to see him for a few days. I feel terrible. But I don't want to go in there and give him something I've got, and then I'm getting pneumonia again. So anyway, that was that. I'm just going into this, just so I know it sounds a bit winded and that, but just let you know exactly where we came from and what happened and stuff. And we used to mix all, another great fighter from there. He used to be best friends with Dennis Measer. And they used to come round and they would have laugh. And I used to look after Dennis Measer's kids in the street, couple of streets away. And Amy went out with Dennis and looked after his kids, his daughter and his son. And he used to give me 50 pence. When they come round on the night, I'd go up there about 6 hours, looking after them, 7-8 hours. I was only about 9-10 years myself. But in them days, you could get away with it, you couldn't do it now. Anyway, they were all best friends and them. So when that tin man was saying he was calling me and all that, I went and seen Mickey. He went, right, make a fucking son to me, I love you all the world. He said, you know that? He said, he's just a little crank, absolute crank. And he said, he hasn't paid anyone for the books. So anyway, all this shit he was spouting out about me in an article. I was brought up in an article since I was about, 8-year-old? I think I was when I went there, 7 or 8-year-old. So I knew all the top fighters and all the top lads. They were all my friends. You know, Big Billy Twidale, Big Billy Twidale, great lad, absolutely fucking great lad. He said, I wouldn't let anyone call you in this fucking town when he was there. The other week I seen him in the hospital because he went to see my dad, very good friend of my dad. He's another great lad. And the Tobins went, Phillies wasn't there, but Billy was there. He went, you know, bro, for Philly thing, well, he used to knock around with your Peter. The fucking all best of friends. We like brothers, all we a family. We were all in there. It was all cold lads in the hospital with my dad. Like 2 of them were bad, and another couple come to see Big Billy. And then Big Billy come, the other Billy Twidale. All great lads from St. Lane, all like coal lads, been on the coal and stuff. Oh, I'm got dizzy there, you know, proper fucking dizzy on my head. So, anyway, getting back to this, so what they would do then is take it into the yard and they would sell it to the Steely, where they used to make ball bearings, big ball bearings and stuff, and they'd sell it to British Steel, like at Middlesbrough, and they'd take it through and I don't know what they get for probably £20 a ton or something, and they'd give the lads £10 a ton or something they used to give them, but it was fucking, no, £10 a ton, yeah, so £10 a ton he used to get me down, yeah, but he'd have to pay the lads, and then he'd have to pay the diesel, that was a fucking fortune, and he'd have to pay for the rent of the vehicle. So you come on with about £600, but pay the lads, he probably come away about 400 quid, £500. But he did really well. He was super fit. Honestly, God, he was the fittest person. You're not getting anyone in an article, I'll tell you. Jimmy Cockerill was the fittest person on that beach. He never stopped. He was like a fucking machine. He probably had 2 or 3 hours sleeps a day and go back on the beach all day. But never stopped working. Alexander Smith, psycho. He said, Coatbridge. Yeah, they are fucking psychos up there. No doubt. Are you Liam? Are you on? Are you okay? Are you son? Tell him I was asking about him. Yeah, so yeah, good lad, little Ditchy. Love him. Good kid. Good loads of bottle. Proper old school he is. Really respects me and I respect him. So I'm living in Westfield Road with my mum in a 4-bedroom house, I think it was then. So we moved from the other one, only 3. So we're in the 4-bedroom house with me, Bobby, Peter, Cat Fry, my mum, and my dad, and now Jerry. So it was like 8 of us, that's 8 people, my dad, yeah, 8 people living in the house. That's what it was like. And like I say, so we across the road, we used to play football. So it was like a break from article, know what I mean? It was like a triangle, not triangle, like an oblong shape like that. So you could drive down and stop here. But you'd have to reverse back out because it was one way in and one way. You couldn't go one way. It was only one way in and one way out. It was mainly, and then it'd be at the top. The road would go like that way, and it would go like that, right, in a circle, so the cars could park outside their house, so they could reverse in and out. So there was a woman there, and she was called, I won't say her full name, proper name, Her sister was called Brenda. She started arguing with me. Classes my auntie out, Jerry's Mrs. Heather. So Heather was about age 15, 16, 17. And this last was about 16. So she had a fight. Heather beat her. But her sister come out was about 24, 25. She come over and they both jumped and beat fuck out of her, but back their eyes and bust all them out. She had a good goal. It was two of them anyway. I thought my mum was going to fuck me. My mum could fight better than fucking me. Ask anyone that, people will tell you. So my mum's come back. Mum, they've been calling you and tell you fucking Scotch mother, I'll fucking kill her and all this, because she was a dyke, this lass. No disrespect to them, but she was a psycho. She was a proper lunatic. Beat every lass in the area for years and years. Fucking lunatic. So my mum goes in them days. They used to have like a fair jacket on, pair of jeans, and she used to have these wet boots, and she laced them like zip, that noise. Big heel on the boots at the back. So my mum goes over, knocks on the door. Come here, young. She went, come on, you Scotch cunt, she said. So, oh, mum. So she threw this punch, and my mum's went, man, fucking boom, right on the fucking chin, knocked her over the fence. She's got on top of her and she's fucking grabbed her down by the hair like that and kneed her in the face and about 3 times. We went, what, mum? She went out the window. We were only kids. That was me, Bobby. But Jerry wasn't there. Heather wasn't there. But we were out the window, me, Bobby, Skinny Pete, the calf rat. What, mum? You get in that house. Anyway, the dad's come up and she saw mum's got into the fucking dad then. And their dad beat fuck out of him and he's ran off the fucking shit house. So he touched him and he might fucking upon me again. I'll fucking kill you. And she fucking, her eyes were busted fuck. She punched her all over the fucking street. Yeah, then so we used to live there, and across the road, there's the Touchdown pub. At the bottom, it's called the Touchdown because there's a rugby club just near there. There's 2 rugby clubs. There's one there, and there's one at the other end, near the town. When you first come in near St Helens, St Hills, I think it was. No, not St Hills. It's called the church. It's actually General Hospital. Not called General Hospital. There's another church. There's another fucking place there. So yeah, he in a crash. I thought he died in a helicopter. I thought he died, mate. Thanks very much for that information. That's appreciated. Yeah. So we living there, and Kev Richards used to come round. Now my mum used to have an old-fashioned washer, and it was. We'd had it in the old house. Just skip this story, go back a little bit. Kevin, he was fucking Raj Kevin. So he could fight for fun. He'd be on the shows, come back with black eyes and broken knuckles. Are you autistic, man? You okay? So anyway, next minute, Kevin comes round. So she had this washing machine, and it was an old washer, and it had a mangle in where you push the button, and not like a mangle, like 2 fucking rolling pins going round. You put your clothes on, wash like this. It was like that, doing that back and forth like that. The washer. It was like a twin tub, and then you'd have the mangle because you didn't have a spin dryer then, or a fucking tumble dryer. There's no such thing. So you used to put it in the mangle like that with the hands, and it just goes right way through and come to the other end and fall in the bucket. So all the water would go in the water would go in the bucket, and you'd catch the cloths or tea towels or whatever. So he put his fingers in the fucking mangle. She said, "What are you doing that for?" He said, "It seemed tempting, really tempting, inviting." That was it, inviting for his fingers. So broke all his fucking fingers. So he ended up. Ended up in the fucking St Hilda's hospital with all his fingers broke. Fucking lunatic. If you're watching, Kevin, you remember that. So we used to go around with them. We used to do scrapping with McSorby, Dennis Meads. I used to go scrapping. I used to go coaling. I used to wash windows. I used to cut people's grass for them. Anything to make money. I used to sell fucking. We used to go to the shops for people. We get the Green Shield stamps. So anyone old enough on here, you save the stamps up. Like a book full of Green Shield stamps, you'd be able to go and get, like, say, 2 or 3 pounds of the sweets, however you want, or you'd buy like clothes and stuff. If you sort of saved enough, it would take probably a year to buy a suit. It'd probably take you 10 years to buy, but you could save up. You used to pay money in the shop and you get Green Shield stamps back with a book and lick them and put them in a book. There's none of that for kids now, where they can save up and stuff and get almost okay. So I moved from there to a place called Greythorpe. Greythorpe used to be an RAF place with billets. It's still there. It's an industrial place now. They used to have a place, Tioxide it was called. It was all the white powder used to come out. We moved there and it was brilliant. It was a bit like Heartbeat. It was like a little village. There was only, I think, less than 100 houses there, 100 families. It was for the the RAF people to live in. But they were in the village. They used to go in the village, but the houses were for them to live in. But they'd run out there and go, the billets that being on the aeroplanes and off on the field. There was a big field we used to play on, school field. But before we met, I've skipped that story. So before we left there, there was a family where that woman, like Gibbons as they were called, tried to beat me auntie up. My mum gave her a go ride. So the sons, the brothers, and that one was called Robert, and one was called Tommy, and the one was only about that big, 9-year-old. I was about 11-year-old, and he was about 15. He was about 6'2", big gangly fucker. So he was bullying me all the time. We used to play football, me and Bobby onto them too. When you get your gate, you're up your gate and you play football. You might have a tennis ball or something, so you play football and you kick the ball through the gate. That'd be 2 touches. The first 1 to 12 wins. So we used to do that. Me and Bob, there'd be 3 of us playing out, and then one goes in goal. And if you win, you go in goal. So you get a rest type of thing. So we're playing that game anyway. Fucking the ball wasn't got, and he said it went. And I said, didn't you win over the fucking fence? And he was asking me, what are you going to do about what are you going to do? And he pushed me. He kept bullying me for ages. So this one day, he did it again. So I went boom right in the fucking chin, punched him. It was a lucky punch. He fell down. And the garden was like all beveled with sand in it and stuff. And he fell on the floor. So I went to kick him, next stamp on his fucking head. And his mum went, leave him alone, shouted. He shouted, and I jumped by a fright. So I got out of the way. So I was beating him in the fight. So I went all over. He beat him. I was only fucking 11-year-old. He was 15. I was like fucking 5'7" or something, 7 stone. So my mum said, right, get out there and put a mark on that bastard's face. Mum, proper Scottish. Get out there and get any of that cunt. Don't let him think you've been bullied, she said. As long as you put a mark on him and make a mess of him, she said, he won't come back. I'll guarantee you now. So she said, there's 50 pence now. 50 pence in them days. You used to go to the shop and you get 10 pence. You could get 3 fucking Mojos, 3 fucking Daties for a penny. So 50 pence was like probably 10 quid now. 5 quid, 10 quid now. So there's the things. That was the first money I fought for. So I goes wrong. There used to be these private toilets, conveniences you could go into for people off the street. You could pull over because there was a big park there for everyone to play on. Lots of people used to come in the summer and sit on there with the kids and eat the sandwiches. Big, massive area, council estates all around it. So anyway, he's there and I'm like that. A bit scared. I'm looking at the time. The fight was 6 o'clock, I think it was, say 5 or 6 o'clock. So then she's going, come on, you, get out there, get fucking into that cunt, get into him now. Pulling me up, you can do this, come on. And anyway, she said, so I go out, I was a bit scared, like shaking a bit. So I get there and he's fucking going, come on. So I've punched him twice and I've caught him, bust his nose and got a little scratch on his face. Anyway, he's fighting me. He's got me down by the hair, like they got me down by on my top. He booted me in the face. So I ran at him, like I pushed him and I fell on top of him, just kind of punch properly, just did him like a little girl, really. Anyway, this bloke's come over and broke the fight up. Don't you know you could kill somebody when you were kicking him there because he was kicking me in the face? My nose was just, my mouth was bust. I had a black eye and everything. But because I fought him back, he never ever, Mum was right, he never ever tried to, because I busted his nose and busted his lip. I did a scratch right down his face. I was hitting him, probably scratched him to death. I was hitting him. And he never ever come back, bullied me. Ever since that day, he was like best friend. So that's what happened with bullies. They know if you put a mark on and you fight back, if you keep standing there every day, you keep getting punched like a punch bag, they'll keep doing it to you. But as soon as you fight back and you get out of the fuckers to pack in. So then I started getting rid of a name. I started fighting every fucker all over there. I thought it was fucking Rocky Marciano. Then that was on Dali. So I started doing more training over Redcar every weekend, doing this stuff. And I used to go to the gym. So when I got in the biggest school, Mr. Stokes was my teacher. I went, I want to train the weights. I would go. Mr. Stokes, he went, go to Park Road. This is the first gym. This is the gym where you see me with McIntyre punching the pads, not the pads, on the bag. And he goes, Jesus fucking Christ. So we goes, I goes there with another kid called Wilfred Long. He was the goalkeeper and goal. I was the captain of the team. We won the county championships. We got the trophy and all that. It was in the Gazette. No, it was in the Mail. I think it was that for Mail. I still got photos of it. So me and him went training. He was naturally big, this black lad. He was a fucking good lad. And we went in training there. And we went to the festival 1 week. So it was a bit shy with all these people. I was like that. Fucking hell, I was fucking 8 stone, something like that. So I went to another gym called, what was he called? I ended up working for the bloke who's an ex-copper. Fox's nightclub in Hartlepool. So in Hartlepool, you'd go in the front of big Victorian, all big Victorian buildings, and the fucking Hartlepool, and Cockerill and Middlesbrough and places like that, all Victorian buildings, and in Neston, and places like Middlesbrough, it's all Victorian stuff. So I goes to this gym, and it was just chocker, like Gold's Gym, but it was like down the cellar. You went down the cellar, you opened the door, and you could hear an out, and all of a sudden your door was bang, bang, come on, you could hear them pushing, you could smell the sweat off people, you could they would go, come on. Anyway, I went in, I didn't have a clue, and this bloke said, like this son, showed me how to bench, showed me how to do a bit of curling. That was fucking great. I thought, I want a bit of this, I want to be like this. So I got the buzz for it when I was 13. So when I got to about 14, I used to go up to my Uncle Tam's, and we used to train on there. There was a gym on the near the seafront in Redcar. I was there, and he'd take me down the gym, like, not every week, but he'd take me. I used to love it. So when I was about 15, you owed my mum money. My dad sold that Mini to him. My dad got a bigger car for us. It was too small, so he got a bigger car. Because he needed a bigger car for us, like, you know. So my Uncle Tom said, I can't pay that money. I'm skint. Come out. He said, I know Brian wants some weights. I've got about 160, 70 pounds in weight. A bar. I've made a bench. It was made out of wood top. 2 4x4 poles cut out in a V shape like that for the bar to go on. And just screwed on, bolted on, and just a makeshift bench press. And he had 2 dumbbells, but you could spin them off with spindles, like spindle ones. You could spin them off and put more weights on. So that was my first set of weights when I was 15. I used to watch, and I got my mum got us a Betamax video, which were the first ones out. And we had to go to bins to get it. We couldn't afford to buy it. It was £400, 380 quid, I think, nearly 4 quid. So she put a deposit on it, 50 quid, and she got it for us. And I used to fucking tape things like Mans and things like that and watch it and stuff like that. And anyway, Arnold Schwarzenegger would come on, and we recorded it and kept that. I must have watched it 100 times. Wanted to be like the bodybuilders, and kept watching it when I was a kid. And I used to go and pay the money. I think it was a tenner. 20 quid a month or something, £10 a month or something. You have to pay, like, you got it on the Chucky. Everyone had Chucky then. Nobody could afford stuff like they do now. Most people were on the dole, and then you go to school when you're on the dole, and people go, the ones who pay for the dinner money, can you go over there? And the ones who don't pay, stand that side. I used to think, you fucking horrible, degrade you and belittle you in front of everyone. So anyway, I started at school, and I had a fight with this lad. He was the best fighter in school. And I'd done the same move. I'd done that kung fu move thing, got him down, and I stamped on his fucking head, and he was screaming like a pig. Broke his nose. Best broken bone I ever done. Called him Marky Man from Hartlepool. And I beat him in a fight. Then I started going to different areas, having fights with different kids, from the schools and stuff. Beating people in like fair fights. I had the fight at the school next door, I had a fight with them. Beat the best fighter in there, like, he was a boxer. It was in a tennis court, we had a fight. And I just went, I remember about 20 shots on him. But I was training on the weight, and I was getting bigger. I was like 15 and a half, 16 stone, 15 and a half euros, 16, getting bigger. I don't know, 13 stone then. So I was getting bigger. I had about, my arms were about 15, 16 inches, only little still, compared to when I got bigger. I like to say, I was only a little tiny thing when I started training, about 8 stone. So I'm beating up with most people. So I goes, when I'm 18, I left home and I went and stayed in a place called Dillingham for 6 months. I slept on the floor in this house for 6 months, and then I moved from there to Redcar. My Uncle Tam had a flat, Scornby Court, I think it was called, and he lived there. So I stayed with him 6 months on this floor, just was sleeping on the floor, and I got a job with him, doing mechanical stuff with him, delivering people's furniture, moving it around for them, painting stuff. And we used to go to a gym. It was called the Chapel Gym. I called it the Chapel Gym because it used to be a church. So we go to the next, like a bungalow, big double bungalow, and the race course was just on the right of it. So we used to bike down, or we walked down. It was about 2 miles. Now Redcar's, I think, the second only race course, but a mile long. So they've got the starting post and the finishing gate, they call it. So one starts the starting gate and the finishing post. That was it. So the starting gate would be this end of the town. By the time you got up, you called the Lakes Estate, so where the water is. I mean, just an area called the Lakes. So I got a job. I went in this gym. I started training with my Uncle Tam. And I was 18. I only weighed about what, 13 stone something. And I went in 13.5 stone, something like that. And within 6 years, I put 12 stone on. I was 20. I know it was that. Maybe 12. So yeah, I was 12 stone something, and within 6 years I put 12 stone on, 2 stone a year. So I was 24 stone then, and I was in there. I was lifting weights like little tiny weights when I first went in, 5 kg, 10 kg. But then I was benching like I benched when I was 19, 365 pounds, which is good for somebody who's only 19. And I wasn't that heavy, but I was naturally strong. So I trained, but I never missed the gym. I trained every day, twice a day, because I used to be able to go every day. So I used to go down on my bike because I got a job. I went to the door when I was 19, nearly 20-year-old, coming towards 20. And I went down the town, and the first club I got a job on. Shut up! The first place I got a job on. Nightmare, I dog back on a pub. First job I got first door I worked on, first nightclub, whatever you call it. It was like a nightclub, come pub, because it was open till 1. So Peter Lyons owned the club and Phil Lyons. So I went down there, and I was getting bigger now. I was about 14.5 stone now. And I said, "There's any jobs on the door there, mate?" He went, "Yeah, of course, yes, yeah. When can you start?" I went, "Tomorrow." He went, "Yeah, great, brilliant. Get a black jacket, white dicky on a white shirt, and you've got the job." Because I looked the part, looked good. I was fucking super fit. I had a fucking 6-pack and everything. I had a 6-pack on top of a 6-pack then. I was doing 10 miles at least a day on the bike, walking 2 or 3 fucking miles, 2 mile there and 2 mile back to the house, the flat I had. So I got, what happened now, Tam's mate, he's now Tam Thomas, his mate lived in Hornby Court, and he was going to live with his girlfriend. He said, "Look, I will rent you," it was only a council flat, but he said, "Just give me 50 quid a month." Oh, Tom went, "How do you agree? You couldn't give me for 40, 10 a week." So I got a fucking flat for a 10 a week. So I used to work. So I got a job on the door. So the 40 quid I got a week in the club paid for me flat for a month. Then I worked in the race course. I worked still parking the cars because I was the youngest one there. The others were like, all like to drink and stuff, and I was super fit. When I went in for 2 jobs, he said, "Can you do the car park?" You had to be there at 6 and 7 in the morning doing the car park. So you parking cars. People coming in with the horse and stuff, but I couldn't go near the horse because I was allergic to horses. So he said, "I want you to do the camera patrol." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Well, when we have a race and it's close, we have a photo finish." So he said, "Autistic man, thank you very much, brother. God bless you." So you're a legend, brother. That's him doing it towards the channel to keep us running. Racing lady, you're a legend. We all know you're a legend. You're a lovely lady as well. Love you all the world. Where's he gone? Is he back on? Freedom, he's back on. Please, I like them 2 are great people. Always talking to me, both of them, love them, keep you supporting me. So I'm dead exciting, like a little kid at Christmas. I've got a job on the door. How much do I get paid and all that stuff? The lad, "Stood up!" The lad who told me to get the job was Jeff Robinson, because he trained in the gym where I trained. He said, "There's jobs going on the door." "Stop it, Eli! You should know better than the size of your own age." So it goes, "It's this table banging," because we know them idiots throwing bricks. So every time they hear the noises at the door, look, "There's no one there, Eli. No one there. Stop it. Bobby, put him in the room with you, will you?" Okay, hell, man. I'm trying to do a live at you. I've been sat there watching him back. He won't do nothing, him, Fucking won't do a thing. They just won't help, will he? I know, I'm fucking sick of them, the both of them. I'm leaving this house, mate. So I've lost my story now with them. I'm going to have to start all over again. They're all going, "Fuck that, I'm not watching anymore." So we're getting to the big part now, guys. Just letting you roll into it and come into it. So what we're up to now, we're at Redcar. So I've got the job in the gym because I'm training in the gym. Antberg was a paratrooper. I think he was a paratrooper. Or the non-Marines. He was in the Marines, I think. Royal Marine. He was fucking tough as old boat. He was only about 13 now, 14 stone, but he was brilliant shape. Ex-soldier, running all the time, backpacks on, fucking super fit. So I'm training with people like them, elite type trainers. So I met these 2 guys. If you've ever seen Pump and Iron, you'll see Franco Colombo, the little one, and then you see Arnold Schwarzenegger, the big one. Well, there was 2 guys in there. I've never seen proper body, but I've seen these other ones at gyms and stuff. I've never seen proper competition bodybuilders. So this is only a tiny little gym. This, like I say, probably get 20 people in, 25 people. It'll be chocker, but you'd have to move out the way for people to move around. It was one of them gyms, but every single person loved each other in the gym. They all had nicknames for each other and all had fun and laughs, and it was great. The camaraderie in the gym was great. If anyone say I needed my flat paint, it was a fucking mess when I first got it. I just told you I was renting it for $10 a week, sorry. And they went, no, we'll come help paint you. My mum's just done all the house, but she's got loads of white paint there and loads of cream paint. So they'll come and paint and all my walls white and all my all the skateboards white, sorry, and the cream like a beige, not beige. Yeah, beige, like a mushroom colour, done all the walls. It was marvellous. And they helped me get the furniture. And I would go to second-hand shops to get carpets and stuff and bits and stuff. And I got a telly and I got a video DVD. Video I got. It was only about 20 quid. And this old man used, stop it!
I was just putting the ice ball on you.
I can't live alive with that barking like that. Fucking hell, drive me mental. So I'm in the gym with these guys and they show me. So anyway, I met these two. This is Terry and this is Peter. I know Peter, and Peter's arms were like that, fucking massive. And I was like only 13.5 stone or something. But no, about 14.5 now I am, because I'm going to the gym. But they were massive. They'd competed, and when Terry went to America, he was in Gold's Gym and everything. He met Arnold and all that type of stuff, so he knew his stuff. And he competed in Billingham, because every year in Billingham Forum, so with Mr. Britain or Mr. North East used to be a show. And I met another lad called Peter Ayton. Peter was a top bodybuilder. He was only little like Franco. So they said, what we like to do is have 3 training. The lad we train with stopped training with us now. Do you want to jump in? Because I seen how dedicated I was. Never missed a gym. I was there every day. And I pushed myself. He went, look, we want somebody like you who's going to join in with us. So your goal, his goal, my goal, nobody has a rest. That way you rest while the other 2 are resting. So one rests and the other 2 are resting. Then he jumps on and then you have a rest, so that's your turn to go next. So we used to do chin-ups and they showed me all the exercises. Within about a year, I was stronger in both of them. And in 2 years, I was bigger than both of them. I was monstrous. He was about 16.5 stone, Terry, and Peter was about 15 stone, but he was smaller, about 5'7" or something. Really full belly, big, massive biceps. And I went, you've come on a lot, you haven't anyway. I'd never seen him for a while because I went to another gym. So that gym I used to train there, I used to go and I used to come down. I'd put my suit up in there and I'd clean it all out, and the lads would help us to put the weights away, because in them days there were 50-pound weights. So you put the 50 pound in your bench, your weights and that, but you had to put them back, and it was my job. But the lads used to help us before they go. So anyway, I've got a job on the door now. So I goes to the job on the door. Before that, I goes out that Saturday. I went on all the second-hand shops and I got a jacket to fit me, them ballroom dancing jackets where they are. So I'd be one of them type of thing. But I couldn't buy a new one. They were fucking 14, about 100 quid. 100 quid then, like 400 fucking quid now. So Foster's was the shop I used to go in. Couldn't afford them there. So I went to these, Frankie said, go in the second-hand shops, I've got loads. I went in and got one. It was too big for me. I got it on anyway at work, and I got a woman to do the back, the seamstress. And she nipped it together. And I wore that, and I got a dicky ball. And I got the white shirt. Anyway, I started wearing the door. So I'm on the door. And I was a bit nervous working, because obviously I haven't been in this situation. But I was with Jeff Robinson, who was a great doorman. I was with Big Bob, he was a fisherman. He was 33 stone. Big Craig, he was about 25 stone. I was with John Garland. He was the double. He actually played, this is how he played double for James Bond. He had the same build, cigar, smoking, height, weight, everything. I've got somewhere on a DVD where he's playing the part of Bond just on a set of skis, and you think it's him, that body double. And he was actually on This Morning programme, and he was on Good Morning Britain. He's playing the double of James Bond, Sean Connery. Yeah, he even talked like him. He's from the same, I think he's from Edinburgh originally. And he even talked like him, your voice, everything was a double of fucking Connery. And he got a place to go to down him in London. What do you call him, who died with the long white hair? Stringfellas. They had other people who looked like other people, like Michael Jackson, Boy George, George Michael. There was about 6 different celebrities going down, like body doubles, to do double for them. And I was invited to go with John, because you could bring a guest with you. And fucking Lennox Lewis was where we were two big minders, and I never fucking went because I was on that fucking. I got locked up in the fucking cells. I was on the jury. I had to go to court. I had to go to court for a case where I had a fight with someone. But John got invited down. I couldn't go. So I'm good. There was another one who looked like a Humphrey Bogart. That was it. Double Humphrey Bogart. It was all doubles that night. I never got the full go. Then the other side, he was there. All them type of people. Shut the dog up, Bobby, please. Okay, now I'm just sat there watching him back. Colin Maguire, okay, mate. Trap radar, lads. Yeah. Nothing wrong. Worse than the pain. What's good? Ram. Nothing worse than pain. Racing lady, honey. Radar. Ram radar. So anyway, I goes in the club and I went in. I said, "Sorry, no, yeah, you look great. Go again." So I started talking to Jeff. He lived in the Rose Garden on the way home. Little Frankie Atherton met him. Frankie Atherton was a fighter from Wigan, and he went to America. He had 17 fights in America. He fought in the Madison Square Garden. He won all his fights. He was a strawweight champion, whatever division, the strawweight division. But I can't remember if he was world champion or whatever. But he won every fucking fight. Gary, you okay, mate? Gary Callan, you okay, mate? The dogs make me laugh. Oh, they're fucking the clan. Yeah, they make you fucking laugh, but not 24 hours a day. They don't. They go mad with them. She goes out. She's gone out now because it's a mate to do. When she comes in the hours in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock, they'll go mental with her. Eli bites her ass and everything. You could really nips her for being out. He's got she came in earlier on with fish and chips as well, and give the dogs half of mine. And the dogs were going for it, growling at her because she's been out. He hates her going out. So yeah, so I got the job on the door. So I got in to meet Frankie. He was from Wigan, and then I was with the same Big Craig, Big Bob, and anyway, we goes upstairs. So I worked with John Garland because he got the job. I was training in the gym, and John come to the gym. Started training. I said, "There's another job in the gym. Actually, there's another job on the door, John. If you want to work with us." I said, "You get a tenner a night. You work for 9 o'clock till 1. So it's like 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 4 hours roughly for tenner a night. So it was like £2.50 an hour, isn't it? So £10 then, fucking hell, you're like fucking 100 quid now, something like that. You probably get 50, 60, 70 quid a night on the door. So we were on the door, and there was a big lad coming from that way. There was a big clique of these lads, they all used to come out. There was ones called, what the fuck did they call them? The Red Casuals. They were all young lads, all like football hooligans. Used to go to the middle of the matches. Redcar Casuals, they're all grown men now. Last time I was through there, they were all laughing, saying, "Remember you slapped them, remember you slapped me, remember you slapped me." So they all got a good eye off me. Not bad, I just give them a slap. So I'm in there and I'm working on the door with Jeff. Anyway, what I used to go Dorman to the DJ box, you run in, grab them, break up, fight up. And now and then you get someone to fight back. Most of the time, Howie, behave yourself, lad. Howie, come on, get yourself out, come on. You can't stay near fighting. Because what happens once it's a big fight, if it goes into like 5, 10, 15 people fighting, everyone walks out of the club. The club's finished. Nobody's going to stay in the club, and they're all fighting. So if you can't control the people in there, you're not going to get people buying drinks. So I grabbed this lad anyway. He turned around. He was about 18 stone. Anyway, he trained. He was massive. He had a lumberjack shirt, so he looked even bigger. So he threw a few punches at me and stopped out the way and missed me. And then I threw one back at him, caught him. He fell back. And I've slipped inside him. I let this move where you go underneath someone like that and you turn them round and you put your arms under their arms like that and you put your hands on their neck, push their neck down, you can lift them up to the floor like that. So I used to pick people up like that way. So I've got my hands are under here, holding him. So hands are going over his neck like that and my hands are at the back of his neck like this, pressing his head down. But I've got him picked up like that in that position through my hands. Do you understand me? So I picked him and walked him like that down the stairs, and people said it was funny as fuck when you come down because you're going like side to side like that, bringing down. But there was about 15, 16 fucking stairs or more. And you have to climb across the floor. He was 19 stone. So he's trying to get out of this hole, and I've got him a choker, spinning around, got him a choker at the bottom of the stairs. Fucking behave now, fucking myself. I will. You're a strong little bastard, Joe. He's like a lot older and bigger than me. Anyway, he went. So he came back a week later. He went, "It's Brian in. The young one up there. I just gone 20. He said, 'Come here, you.' can I go where with you? I said, yeah, don't matter. So I'm stood wearing kids. He went, he beat me fair and square. He says, I tell you what, you're going to be some kid, you. And you end up being best friends with me. He ended up getting killed in an accident in British Steel. It's a sad story. Lovely lad he was. And he used to always come and see that young one up there. He's going to be the boy in this area, I'm telling you now. And them days, the best fighter was a lad called, the best fighter was Dave Williams. He'd never lost a fight. Peter O was a top fighter. But Peter lost 2 fights. But Peter was only 19 when he fought him. He had 2 battles with him. But Dave Williams, his dad were millionaires, and they had another gym called the Olympia Gym. Moses Porn and water. And they were the top boys, and there was Craig Howard, he was from Eston, he was in there in all that thing. Then there was a little big lad called, I forget what they call him, Jimmy Sullivan, another good lad, he's no longer here. There was another big one, another great friend of mine, he ended up going to Tenerife, and he was a lad called Andy Winder, and they were fighting. And he tried to break her up and he fell in the bath and the fucking gun went off and shot him. But then, them wars with a fucking Goldfinger, fucking Palmer. I was over there working with them. And I knew it was going to be trouble. I thought, fuck this. And I went back. I was only 19 years old. I went back to the UK. A 20-year-old I was, so I went back to the UK. And they went, Charlie, great lad Charlie, love him all the world. He ended up getting, he was up 20 stone, Charlie. So he went on hunger strike in the jail in Spain. And in Spain, they keep you in Spain. They keep you in there until the investigation's over. You just get kept in. You don't get fucking let out. And when you get out, you have to pay for fucking being in the jail because you've used their food and there's the water and all that. So you have to pay to get out of the fucking jail. Jimmy B's on now. So we're getting to the good parts now. So the people will be coming on in a second. So I'm on the door. Like I say, I had to fight with that lad, and he had a lot of respect for people. A lot of people in town. He beat this lad. And then there was another. So Dave Williams is the best, and I knew I couldn't beat him. So I went to. Do you remember when Tyson fought? The one who went the distance with him, the first one. What was he called? Not Razor Ruddock. What was he called? I can't his fucking name. One of them, we went the distance with him. He was the first person to go the distance. I can't remember now. I was about 20-year-old, maybe 20 and a half or something. Tyson was the same, so both the same age as me. No, they won't let you fucking sit next to me, mate. The cunts, they will fucking chew everything in here, chew everything to pieces. They rip your shoes up and everything, the cunts. I can either put now playing with the ball in the back. He throws the ball on the floor and he kicks it over the floor and it sounds like he's playing fucking ice hockey or something. Yeah, so Dave Williams was the best fighter, and then there was Big Fred. He was a big bloke, he was about 6'6". He had a big reputation there. And there was quite a lot of top people. There was top people in like Tony Boyce from Jeteston way. There was Lee Duffy, the great Lee Duffy from South Bank, was only 4 miles from Redcar, 4.5 miles. There was Mark Johnson, there was Ali Johnson, they were the top fighters in Grangetown. There was some top fighters in that Eston, Grangetown, South Bank area, really tough lads. Ducko, he was the top, Kevin Duckworth, he was the best fighter in the town, in like the whole of the town. There was Paul Salter, Mickey Salter, all top fighters in that area. There was Joe Livo, there was Allo, there was loads and loads of fucking lads, could fight. So I was only a young kid then, so before we get to all them. So I was in there, I went to Old Town, and it was just when the Falklands was on, the war thing. And Tyson went, was it Razor Ruddock? Was it him? He went the distance. Bone Crusher Smith, that was it. Bone Crusher Smith went the distance with me, he drew. So I went in the club that night with Old Tam, my Uncle Tam, and Big Punjab. Big Punjab was like giant ear stacks. He's about 28 stone, about 6'6", fucking massive bloke. We goes in the club, so I goes upstairs. So he stood, and he always used to have big thick, like D'Artagnan, them fucking sword fencing, one of them type of shirts on, like the old shirts in France. They had years ago, so his shoulders looked bigger. He was about, I'd say, 17 stone, 17.5 stone, about 5'7", 5'8". So he was the best fighter. So I goes to go in. He's only 20. And I goes, all right, get in, mate. You go on, Dorman. Jeff was with us, and he went, yeah. And I'll tap. And I went to go in, and he moved the door, and I touched the table, and we fought, and the drink spilled a little bit of Coke. He had in his Coke. You just spilled my drink. I went, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I'm only coming in for a walk around and go drink. I've just finished waiting on the door. So he let me in the door, and he's staring at me. I thought, fuck you. I know I couldn't have beat him, so I was only a 20-year-old, only a kid. So anyway, I goes in, I'll get you, you're coming to get older. So I hit it in my head all the time. He had a brother called Mark, and he's dead under the gym called the Olympia. So this fucker, later on when I was 22, I knew I could beat him. I knew. I told his brother I could beat your brother. But they were all in the pub, see. I worked from Leo's. I'd go to this other pub I used to work on a Sunday as well called Sharkies. And they're all going, Dave Williams the best fight. You'll never be able to beat him. He's just too strong, too powerful. He's beat everyone. 12 years, he's never been beat. He destroys people in seconds. He's this, he's that. He's got a great knockout and all this fucking shit. So I got to about 24 and I was starting to get a big name then. Beat loads of people, fight loads of people. Anyway, this Dave Williams, he was a lad called Ali Baines. I know it was Ali White and it was Ali Baines. I always get them mixed up. One of them's works on the door and one works as a sprayer. He used to spray cars. So this Dave Williams, do you remember them Opal Mantas? He had one of them. The millionaires, the family, they owned fucking half the Redcar and they owned the nightclubs. They owned the shops and clubs and pubs, all fucking things they owned. And the gymnasiums. He brought fucking his name. Come with me, come on. What the fuck we call him? Marlon Darton over with Bertel Fox. So he brought him over. He went to America and he made Joe Golds and all them, and he learned about their gyms. He took pictures and videoed it and stuff. Brought it back and made the Olympia look like Gold's gym. So that was one of the first in Great Britain. That was one of the first top gyms ever. And my mate Tony Bucko used to work in there, and I started going there in the end. So look, getting back to this Dave Williams, so I'm about 24, 25. I passed them. I was there, but I'll go back to them because going back to the story. So this Dave Williams is the best fighter. So Emma lived in a flat on the seafront, just near Mo Molan was the MP, lived in the same street as there. She lived there, but she had a box with a policeman sat outside in it. So Emma was there, and it was a boating lake over the side. My auntie won the spot the ball 50 grand, and she won the link. I think she won 40 or 50 grand, and that she won about 100 grand in a month. She bought the boating lake anyway. So Dave Williams just gave this lad a load of tablets, 200 tablets to sell ecstasy. What they were, him and Greg Howard filed them down. They were aspirins. So he's given them to him, and he's a lovely lad. So he's in the thing. He goes, I've only sold say 30 or 40. So I can't tell them they're not E. You fucking will sell them. You've took them now. You're getting them. He said, you've already sold 30. He went, yeah, because people complain. I've had to give them the money back. He said, I'm getting in trouble off people. He said, I can't sell them. So he was with his little son, about 9-10-year-old kid. And Williams was with his girlfriend called Tracy, I think was her name. She was going, go on, David. She buzzed out of him beating people up. She was a horrible cunt. She used to go up with my mate, Kevin Brown, who worked at all with us. Nice to him and his brother Jeff. Good lads. Anyway, fucking, I pulled up. What the fuck's going on? Because I come down. Anyway, he's there. So Chino phoned me and said, he's fucking taxing people and he's been a bully and he's beat up this one and that one. So I goes down. What are you fucking doing? You know, taxing little alley and fucking beat him up in front of his fucking kids. He said, well, he should have paid me what he owed me. And he thought he was massive. And I said, what are you going to do, like? And he said, I said, get out the fucking car now. Get out the car and fight me, you cunt. So he jumps out the car and he made the biggest mistake. He run and he grabbed my legs. And I was squatting over 800 pounds then. My legs were fucking huge. I was 24 stone. He was about 5. He was about 17.5 stone. But he had massive arms and massive forearms. Massive bloke. Really good bodybuilder. He won a couple of shows as well. So he's trying to have a fight with me. I just pushed him like that. Knocked him in the face and punched him, dropped him. He went, I've had enough. And he fell on top of him. Because once you get on top of them, your body weight keeps him on the floor. So I stuck both of my fingers in his fucking eyes. Eyes popped, pouring the blood. One of his eyes. The other one was fucking screamed like a piggy was. I've had enough. So I grabbed him by the back of the thing there and picked him up and threw him, not right over the car, just halfway over the car. And he slid down the bonnet of the boot and fell on the floor. And his eyes are just pouring the blood. I stuck my thumbs in his eyes. I said, how do you like getting bullied now, you cunt? The difference is this, my size is what you had to his size. Anyway, it went all over the whole fucking area. Brad comes on fight with Dave, Cass, I fought him later on. Dave Williams, he's beaten him. No, joking, and everyone was like fucking over the moon because he was a proper bully. And after that, he moved to fucking, he said to little Frankie, he said, I've never been so scared in my life. He said he just fucking picked me right up and threw me over the fucking car, but I didn't fall right up. It was like he hit it and fell, going over. But he said, I couldn't believe his strength. He just picked, I weigh 17.5 stone, Frank, and he just picked me up and just threw me like a fucking bag of rags. He said, fucking strength's unbelievable. He said, too much for me, and Frank, he said, I'm going to move. He fucked off out of the town, never come back. Fucked off to where his dad was in America. His dad flew back, and his dad offered me $2,000 to leave him alone. So I got paid to leave him alone, £2,000. But he was the biggest bully going. What he used to do, they used to have a place in Warrenby, which was in Redcar, and people would come down, they would go to buy something, and he'd go, I'll fight you for it, 1-to-1. And Bucko was a great lad, Tony Bucko. And he went to Dorm and he used to say, I'll fight you for your wages. And he'd go, no, I can't do it. He said, fight me for your wages. No, you're not getting paid. You wouldn't fucking pay him. You wouldn't pay him the wages. Because he knew he could beat Dave. Not Dave, Dave was his brother. He knew he could beat Bucko, Tony. And Tony worked at the gym. He was a training instructor. He was a good lad. He went to America in the end. So he was, so I'll just keep him Redcar because I don't want to keep bamboozling you. So I'm in Redcar still. And I'm starting to, everyone knows me now. Everyone knows me from all over. And I go out, big bride, because I was massive then. And I go in a nightclub. So Emma was in, we were out on a Wednesday night. So we went for a meal in this cafe. It was called Amy's. So he goes in the car. It was a restaurant, sorry, Amy's. So he goes in there and she orders prawn cocktail. She used to get started. I'll get the same. And then we'd have a parmesan. I'd have a full and she'd have a full, but I'd eat half hers as well. And eat that because it was fucking huge. And I would eat the food. So there was these two travellers come in. They went, I like to have a fight. Because there was two other kids here, like geeks with glasses on. And we went to them, used to, he said, I like a fight, he said. His mate was with him, proper travellers. I like a fight just before a meal. I said, but I like a fight after a fucking meal. Get outside the 2 years. So we went, then. So they got outside with me. So he's running at me like a fucking steam train. Went bang, right on the fucking chin, knocked him clean out, sparked on the floor like I'm fucking starfish like yours. And the other one comes in and go on. So he's coming at me. I bit him with the left jab and dropped him. But we're sorry. Started panicking. I went, anyway, phoned the police. The people who brought the restaurant, so he phoned the police. So the police come. It's funny this because it went to court and everything. So I goes down the bottom. I fucked off to where this is the seafront at the bottom. On the left hand side is where the gym is. And just around the corner from the gym there was what the call it? Powerhouse, which was what I used to look after, the rave club. You can hear them in there. If you put in the Powerhouse Redcar or the Powerhouse Club Redcar and you put in there Jimmy G-Force, you'll hear Jimmy going, Big Brian's in the house tonight, Big Brian Cockerill. He shout the name out on the MC, the MC. And the other one, which is related to me throughout Chantel, she's married to Jason Bushby. His dad was a great man. He wrecked the doors with me, Norman. He helped us a lot. He was old school, proper old dog, really good with his head. Well, never had a fight with people like me. He always loved us now. Looked at me as if a son and kidder, like a brother to us as well. And I used to look after Jason on the DJ in Coliseum in Stockton. It used to be just called the Fiesta, Black Cats, and it was called Henry Africa's, and it became Coliseum where they met Henry Pugh, but I'll come to that later. So I'm going to do about an hour and a half tonight. I'm going to do like 5 or 6 of these in a row. So it's going to get more intense with the more I do. So because the dog's back and he's fucking doing me in. So going back to Redcar. So I'm in Redcar and I was working at this club and this lad wanted to fight me outside. He wanted to fucking fist fight me. So I go outside and he's coming at me like that. And he fucking throws a punch, misses, and I grabbed him and bang, nutted him in the face. And he fell back and on. There was the pavement. But at the back of the pavement, there was I'll let you see that shape. The pavement was like that at the back, but it was like that up on the floor. So it was like that, like on the floor, but there. So he fell back on the pavement. It was a lifted up pavement, like a step. That was the word. So he fell on the step. He's cracked his head on the fucking steps, and all the blood come out his ears, his nose, and his fucking nose and his ears. Oh, he's fucked. And he said, "You fractured his skull. You killed him." I couldn't shit myself. So I had to do a runner. I had to fuck off for weeks. So I went back to Hartlepool and I stayed out of the way. I was in a coma for 12 days. I kept pulling up. Oh, such a my brother okay now. I felt shit myself. I said, oh, please God, don't let him die. So the police come. I said, I was a Scottish lad because I still had a Scottish accent, see, even then. So he said, he was from Scotland, he only come down for a weekend to work. We only had him on the door 2 days. So anyway, I got away with it. Lucky as fuck. So scary. So you're a bit scared then to punch people. So anyway, getting back these travellers, walk down the road, but I've got this massive name now, but there's other fights I've had that have come from before and start coming 20-handers. So I go down to the right and walk down there, the car pulls up and just walk that. As if I wasn't fucking doing that. They'd go for me, obviously. But everywhere we ride, I went, fuck off, you black cunt. And he was Asian, but I didn't mean his face, I meant his uniform. Somebody said in the book, imagine being racist. I wasn't being racist, I was being talking about his uniform. That's what they used to call him in the old days, you black cunt, because they were in black uniforms. So anyway, this copper, he was a squaddy driver. Squaddy meaning like when they chase you in the police cars. We used to be jam sandwiches then, there were the 3-litre Senators. So I had the Cosworth, obviously, and he chased me a couple of times. He was from Bradford, and he had me in for the car chase. I outdrove them, got home, got in the door, shut the door. And they come the next day, and they took me down to the police station and had me in. I said, it wasn't me, I don't know what you're on about. What are you talking about? And anyway, I got off, they couldn't prove fuck all. I said, I was in the house that night, in my house, and I said, there's about 10 lads in the house, and I went out for a walk with the dog. When I come back, my car was missing, so somebody in the house must have used the car. Couldn't prove that because the window they had were tinted windows. So I had they couldn't ID no one. And they couldn't see me going in the house because I was already in the house by the time they turned up. They could see the car. They chased me from Middlesbrough, Cannon Park, came out there. That's where the fucking Daleks they had come out of there. Where the traffic cops come behind me, and it was 3-litre Senator, and I fucking destroyed him. I was left foot breaking, oversteer, all that shit, coming around the bends, left him for dead. Got in the fucking, got in the house, couldn't prove nothing, they had to kick it out. So he had a bit of a beanie bonnet, but he was from Bradford. So what happened, when I was back to the seafront, he says, I need a word. I went, here, fuck off, and I pushed him. So I pushed him over the car, over the bonnet, and he fell over the bonnet. And I went, I looked at the car, I was going to pull the wing off in my head. I thought, fucking anyway, I walked on that way, and I went on the corner, there's about fucking 10 and 12 of them there. Then another band comes and another fucking I thought, fuck. So I'm going, how then? So they surrounded me, like, on the arch like that. But now then, it's fucking festing. Yeah, come on, I love these odds. Come on. Jumped about, fit as fuck, about 24-year-old, super, super strong, super fit. They wouldn't like that. Come on, fucking come on like that to them. They wouldn't let him come near me. They were going, standing back. And then this other cop come. He was oldish. I was saying, now we're Brian, go in the car with me. You don't have to go in the van. Anyway, fucking in the end, I got nicked for the assault on the copper, so they took me in to the police station. Took me to, I think it was Gisborne police station they took me to. And they took me into there because the police station in Redcar was getting painted out. So they took me to the Gisborne. So I went to Gisborne police station and I was going, come on, fucking come on, screaming at them. And when I got there, they all went, I'll just go in the police station and said, fucking, I'm the way the oldest bloke, and he brought me in. So they took me in, nicked me for assault of a police officer and criminal damage to the vehicle. So I got nicked for it. Anyway, they bailed me about 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I went and got a taxi up. So I had to go to court. So I got nicked for assault of a police officer. You might get 3 months for this. Creepy, I said. He was the best solicitor I had. So I goes in, made a statement and everything. So I'm in court like this in the magistrates, like that, waiting because the trial's up. The day of the trial, so I sat there waiting for the fucking copper to turn up. He was Asian, like. So I'm sat there, thinking, why the fuck is he? And I says, take his time, and Craig. So as I'm sat there, Craig, there's a phone call. One of the ushers come in, because a phone call for you, Mr. Beer. So he goes in the office, comes back out, and he says, Your Honour, can we adjourn today? I don't know what's going to be going on. He said, because the police officer in question, who Mr. Cockerill's up for the alleged assault, has been charged, and he's in the courts, in the Crown Court across the way, which is over the other end of the town. He said he's in the Crown Court now. He's been charged for fraud, fraud and deception, and bringing cars from Bradford. So he got done for fucking bringing cars. He ended up getting jail. So I never got fucking done. He couldn't go to court because he ended up getting fucking jail and fucking buzzing. It was over the fucking road. He got nicked for stealing cars in Bradford, because he said, "Oh, do you know in Bradford?" Because I knew like top lad down there who was the top fucking villain down there, and then you the motorbike gang lads down there. We won't mention the name, but I got on with them as well. They were great lads. That's what they did. They sent a big lad up this way. They wanted to buy 4 key of cannabis. And these are the lads ripped him from Grangetown and Eston. So I goes round. I went to Middlesbrough, where they were, and there was about 7 of them in the house waiting for me. The news comes, I phoned them, said, your house, I want that fucking money tonight. So anyway, they ended up giving me the £10,400 back in the bag. The lad was massive, about 6'6", a big fucking biker, Greek lad from that way. And he said to me, oh, I'll give you half the money. I went, no, just give us 400 quid. So when I went to Bradford, I got to meet the main lads down there, and I said, look, we'll work with you now, you're 100% staunch lad. And they were great lads, you know, to work with. But yeah, I got on with them as well, got on every fucking night. But proper people got on with me, because there was never the grass, there was never the snips. If I ever got caught without, I'd go to jail, get remanded. I'd be the only one in jail. That would say 12 people, 17 people in one fight we went with. Only me got home house remanded, but I got out in the end because I dropped the charges. So I'm in there, like I say, in Redcar, still. So I'm going to see him because I lived in Stockton as well. I had houses all over. I had two flats, 3 flats and 3 flats and 2 houses, and another house I stayed in at Emma's, which was like 6. I never stayed in the same house every night because obviously people can get you, you know, fucking can see your routine, or cops can see it. And he had bug detectors on my card and every fucking thing. I paid a fortune. I probably paid 10% of my money what I made off the so-called drugs and spent it on security, like bug detectors that come out, fucking weapons and all sorts of other stuff. I had stashed it all over the place. I'd have things put all over, one in Middlesbrough, one in Stockton, one in Hartlepool, one. So if I was ever in this pickle, somebody tried to shoot me, I always had something to come back with. So I always just had my weapons played all over the fucking place. Usually in old people's houses, they were the best. They didn't know they were in there. You just give them 50 quid a fucking month. And they didn't even know it was in there. They'd put it there, be like a friend's nanas or something. They've never been in trouble in their life. They're the best. Once, say you give somebody gear, mind that coat, they'll pinch it. I've had it look at me hundreds of times. Can you mind that little one? I'll give you 100 quid. You go back in, there's fucking 5-6 grams missing. But when you give them something like a kilo, you have to fucking weigh everything. It's a fucking nightmare. People steal all the time. You can't trust them, especially in the drug game. Not in a million years. So anyway, I'm getting a bigger name. And then I had the fight with Lee at Redcar. I was walking down the street and I seen this lad. I know Lee Duffy because he had a fight with a lad called Bernie McDevitt from Redcar. So what happened, Bernie McDevitt, and this lad broke his jaw, called John Smith. I know his second name, I'll just say John Smith from Redcar, and he paid Lee Duffy 250 quid to go and knock him out. So he used to work in a pub called the Bulldog. The Bulldog was like the roughest fucking pub, like the Grangetown one. Fucking was a rough pub as well, really rough. South, not as bad. Rough. Grangetown was the toughest lads I worked with. Mark Johnson, Ali Johnson, Tony Stubbs, Tony Johns, Tapper, all them fucking really top fighters. Kevin, what's he called? Can't think of Kevin's name now. He was a great fighter from there. And so I must be fucking sorry now. What I'm talking about? Shit, another dust for story. Great fights. And for fuck's sake, you do that when you're thinking that one story and you're trying to get another one to amalgamate with it. For fuck's sake, what have we done? Yeah, the Bulldog. So the Bulldog, it was like one of them, like, you know, the Westerns, when there's all the fighting and everyone starts fighting. It was like that. Spennymoor was the only roughest place I ever worked. Spennymoor, I'll tell you about them stories. So Bernie's in the door and Duffy gets a taxi there and goes, "Is Bernie in?" He said, "Yeah, he's at the bar." The big lad with the curly perm he had. "Are you Bernie?" He went, "Yeah," and boom, fucking hit him, broke his jaw, knocked him out. Now, I thought he made a statement, Bernie, but I had to apologise profusely because he didn't. What happened is Big Bobber was there with the dog, was 33 stone. He came running at Duffy, went bang, left hook and knocked him out. And Bernie said, "That fat cunt, 33 stone, landed on me, was worse than a punch off Lee Duffy." So my jaw was broke off Duffy, I could hardly hear out or see out. But when he hit me, fucking that was he blew my guts out when he landed on me. And then another one come in, he punched another one. Duffy knocked the 3 of them out, they're all laid out. All Bernie's about 18 stone, 19, 20 stone. Knocked him out 6'3", 6'4". Sparked him, broke his jaw, but Bernie actually wouldn't give evidence. And when he went to jail, Bernie, for a fight, he ended up going to jail. Duffy was in jail. He went, "Bernie, are we all right, mate?" And he went, yeah. He went, "Thanks for that, person in charge. I owe you one, big fella." He shouted to him, just he used to call me big fella as well. So Duffy went, "Yeah, I owe you one, brother. I owe you one." So I'm out anyway. and he's in jail, he gets out. So he's walking down, I'm walking down the street with Kev Kilton. We've been to jail to see a lad who a lad punched him called Brian Robson. He was a footballer, and he hit him. There's a special, I can't remember what it's called now, on your neck. There's like an artery. He hit him. He was unlucky. He'd already done one lad. He got 5 years. It worked the door for me for the chaplains. I felt sorry for him. He punched the lad, and he got the exact same injury. So he was in jail. So we went up to see him from Eston there. And we're coming back. Me and Kevin said we're going to El Greco's, which is not Steve's. It was El Greco's, and it was Steve's, and there was the Amy's. There was the 3 restaurants. So Tony Stubbs, he's pulling his Tony up. You get better soon, Tony. So Tony's brother Jimmy was in the street at the bottom. There's about 20 people in the street, because it was one of them streets where you could go in and you have to turn out and come out, the same type of thing. That's what I was telling you about before. Cul-de-sac. And it was all like council people, like the night bed sitting. So they all had the tables out. So it was like a summer's day. I think it was about March, April 1991. So Duffy just got out of jail. And John Field was with him, another top fighter from Middlesbrough, he said. Sean Day can verify the story, because Sean Day, his brother-in-law, was there. Jimmy was there. Jimmy's wife was there. Jimmy's sister was there. There was 4 or 5 people. Little Nipper Harrison, the young Nipper Harrison was Nipper. He was there from Redcar. There's one from Eston, one from Redcar. Redcar one was there. A few other people. So anyway, Lee's coming. All right, mate. So I went to the door with John Black, and he trained Lee and he trained me. But I never met Lee. Lee never knew me, because he was in jail when I was doing all my fighting. I got older. He was like 4.5 miles away, but he was in jail 4 years. Then he was out, and then he was back in jail 3 years, and he was out back in jail 2 years. So I never seen him, you see. But he never come to Redcar. Never come to Redcar. So anyway, apart from that time when he broke Benny's jaw, so it was big money, 250 quid. You're talking about fucking $2,000 or something now. So 30 odd years ago, 33, 34 years ago, 34 years coming up. So anyway, Duffy goes, all right, mate, what's your name? Went, Brian, are you all right? He went, yeah. So he's got a bottle of pills in his hand, and he gives it to John. So John's got the bottle of pills. So he's still letting him go to Duffy. I was about to say, all right, mate, I've heard all about you through John Black. Pleased to meet you. The next minute he went, bang, just hit me on the slide, fuck off. He was caught me with this beauty shot. I was square on like that. And he hit me like that, full force. He told everybody, he hit him with everything I got. I rocked him, he went half down, pushed his hand on the floor and pushed himself back up and come at me. He said to Dickie Daigo, come at me like a fucking raging bull. And he was there fucking strong. As he said, he had, the word he used, he said he had hideous strength. He said to man, his fucking strength was unreal. He said, I couldn't budge him. He said, his fucking legs were like tree trunks. So I tried to get round them, he'd done the same thing. Dave Williams. So Lee said, tried to grab his legs, throw him on the floor and get on top of him, punch him, but I couldn't, because he just fucking split his legs apart and pushed me like that, and I went flying in the wall. So I grabbed him, and I headbutted him in the top of the head, and I headbutted him again. He fell at the wall, he slid down the wall, and I pinned him on the floor like that, and I was going to punch him in the face like that. I couldn't, because my finger, I had a broken finger, and he had a dislocated thumb, so it was taped together with a rolly stick. Well, you tape him like that, so my hand was like that. I thought my hand's going to be fucked. So I went to bite him like that on the neck, pulled him up to bite him, and he shouted, John, get him off me, Fairy, get him off me. So John ran over and hit me with a fucking bottle in the back of the neck. So half across my head and half across my neck. So I grabbed him and threw him into the car. And he went, fucking, he grabbed me, and I felt like I was just flying in the air like a bag of feathers, he said. He told that exact same story to Sean Lee, who comes on here. And then Lee went everywhere and said, fucking, and he said he can fucking fight, he can mix it. He was headbutting me, dinging me in the face, fucking elbowing me, fucking everything. He said, fucking hell. He said he is fucking good, like that. So he had all the respect for us, Lee. So we ended up, there was loads of people trying to get us to fight. I'll pay you money to fight him. So we were all trying to get us to fight. So Lee went to jail for a couple of months. While he was in jail, I taxed all the dealers everywhere. I started taxing every cunt. I said, fuck, I'm going to get them all down. So I went around and started taxing them. So Duffy got out of jail. And he phoned me, he said to me, I said, I know it's you, Lee. Duffy, I said to him, didn't say he was being, they went, are we going to get this sorted? I said, well, where do you want to fight? I'll fight in a bus stop, I'll fight in a fucking moon, I'll fight you. This is the first time I've come to the scene. Fight you when you want. He said, well, I hope you've got a big enough gun in that bag. So I knew he had somebody watching me there, because I had a kit bag with me. I used to take my kit bag like a priest would take his Bible. So he wasn't daft Duffy, he was like very clever, very fucking streetwise, a lot more clever than me, streetwise. So he said, what it is, I want to apologise. He said, I was wrong. He said, the lad who told me that about you said he wound me up, we were full of cannabis, we was full of fucking drink. And I was wrong, I just want to apologise. I'm at my mum's now, come with Mark. He said, I was going to come to your house with John Black, because John said he's a great. He said, I couldn't believe how many people who know you, and said, he's a great lad. You need to be friends with him. He's a fucking brilliant mate. John Graham, John Black, John Dryden, Buster, Tommy Harrison, Kevin Kilty, Ozzy Bingham. There was that many big Brian Flight. He went, well, what are you doing, Brian's a fucking great lad, man. He said, he's the best fucking lad going. He said, you're fucking crazy to fight with him, you know. He said, he's fucking unstoppable, Lee. He's unstoppable. We went, I fucking know that. He said, what do you think I should do? He said, why don't you just shake hands? Go and see him. Brian's great lad. You get him on your side, used to could run the whole town. And then big Jimmy Murray, who was a black lad, said, look. And his sister went, nah, this is the first time I've seen you being a bit weary of someone, she said. Louise, she said, that's the very first time I've seen you. You're weary of him, aren't you? And he went, well, of course I am. He said, well, if we team up, it'll be great. I've been thinking about it. I've been telling Craig Howard. So anyway, I didn't trust him at first. I went, oh, fuck it. Anyway, I said, okay, I'll come. So it goes. Mark took us in the car. I couldn't drive then. I was just starting to drive. And Mark took me in the car to his mum's house. So his mum was called Brenda. She came over and said, do you want a cup of tea? And I went, I'm okay, thank you. So they had this old-fashioned chair. The old-fashioned ones, like the 1950s, it was like, where you sitting there, like, went back like that, with the arms are up here. And he was sitting there, the ladies looking at me like that, Chinese laces like that. And he went, and he said to me, to his mate, he went, look at that fucking size of him, man, fucking must be mental in here trying to fight somebody that big, like giant haystacks. So he said, Andy can fucking fight. He said, Andy can fucking move, believe me. So then his mate, other mate comes, I thought you were fighting. He went, oh, we're sorting out now. So he said, look, I apologise. There's me hand, there's me ass. Promise you now, I'll never fight again. Best friends. And he kept his word, you know. So I was always a bit weedy for them. And then one night we went out to the Blues. Took me to the Blues. I've never been out fucking drinking places like he had. Took me to these Blues. It was like a African Caribbean centre for black lads who go in and people for their music, and they could open it up, they could stay open. That's where he got shot in that club, at Ramsey's club. He got shot there the first time. Lads from Sheffield tried to kill him the second time in there as well. So he got shot once of another Blues club. So I said, you don't want to go in these places. So anyway, then we went to Freddie Reese's club, great bloke. He said, I'm glad you have teamed up. He said to keep this fucking town quiet with all these little idiots. So they're all shit together, me and Lee. So everywhere we went, people were like, oh, it's Lee Duffy. So they think, if there's 5 or 6, we'll have a go with him. But then they think, what about, you can't now, there's fucking Cockerill with him. Had enough fighting one, but mine fucking told them. So we had it all boxed off. Everywhere we went, the doors were open. Everywhere we went, you got your eats for now. Everywhere you went, you got your fucking drinks for now. Every restaurant we went, we got our food for now. We didn't have to pay for now. We didn't bully people. I'll just get you, want me to owe you? Oh, no, lad, you're okay, no problem. And then we'd look after them. If they had a problem, say, oh, somebody's bleeding last night, say, leave it with us. Boom, straight on, keep fuck out of that restaurant, I'll break your jaw for you. We done. So we started getting paid off people for doing jobs. We were getting paid off people from all over the place. We were getting jobs here, and we're getting people who go, he's on that Thursday, he's got 25 each. 25 either 20 quid a piece. Do you know what I mean? They were fucking good money. So we'd tax somebody like that, and then we get another one, and then he would say, instead of taxing me, I know well, I can give you the main dealer who's got like 1,000. So we go around and get the fucking 1,000. So we were getting people coming to us saying, don't tax me, but I'll tell you who's giving me them. So we're getting even bigger of people, you know, like bigger dealers and stuff. Right, I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to start tomorrow where I finished off. So just about me and Lee Duffy, this chapter we're coming to. So I want to do that one, like a full hour and a half on Lee, me, any people like that. So I'm just going to say thanks for tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow. So more to come. So this is just the first chapter. There's about 10 chapters of this. All the fights, all the way through the years, the doors, the prisons of fights I had, the fucking riots with the screws, the riots that caused in Durham, fucking sit downs in other jails when they sat down, they wouldn't let me out the block, so they all sat down on the yard. I've got loads and loads of stuff to tell you. Fucking stupid fucking things, drives me mental, it does. It's just fucking shite, these computers, I hate them. Where the fuck's that gone? What am I looking for? The thing. Where's the thing gone? I'm looking for, it's gone. Oh my god. I've lost the thought. Another thing. You put the head off. Where the fuck's it gone now? Where's it gone now? Oh, Emma! Turn this off. I've just done something fucking wrong. Nudged it somehow. 51 on. So it better be more up tomorrow. I just punched it accidentally. I don't know where the fuck.
Turn what off?
Computer. Finished. What are you doing now? We're half
Oh, it's
eight.
ended?
Yeah, I'm finishing now because I'm knackered.
I don't know how to get off, so where's
Just
the
turn off
end?
the volume.
Hold on, no, it won't go off later.
There, look, live there. There it is. There, look.
I don't know what you've done.
I don't know. It's just alive. But I'm on there. What's that? Is that anything?
No.
Just to the live there. You never put it on properly.
No, it should say end stream.
End there.
No, that's
Yeah,
edit.
These things. I hate them. I hate computers. I'll go down. Live stream, let's say.
Hold on, there's this stream.
Yeah, I'm just going to, instead of doing it all in one night for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, it's that. So then do another one tomorrow and do about 10 days in a row. So there's about, because it's all good stories that everyone wants to hear about.
Yeah.
Going to the ones where you had the fights in silks, all immigrate and the fucking sharkies, bare knuckle fighting. Yeah, bare knuckle fight with sharkies.
Yeah.